Okay, quick story time. Tell you about my almost crash out this morning. So, I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible, but it's a long story. But I'm gonna make it short and bear with me with my ADHD and all that. Okay, so yesterday my husband was like, he called me, he goes, I'm gonna go get my oil changed. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. He was like, I don't want to wait that long. He was like, so I may be home late. And I was like, well, why don't you just let me take your car, get the oil changed tomorrow? Okay, this was yesterday. I said tomorrow. And he said, okay. He was like, if you don't mind. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not going to be doing anything besides sitting here at the house, catching up on the Diddy trial and all that stuff. I was like, so yeah. I was like, I'll drop the boys off at school, then go get the oil changed, okay? So this morning, wake up and I'm like, okay. I was like, I drive a Tesla, right? So I don't need oil changes or gas or anything like that. So I wake up this morning, I unplug my car for him and everything, stuff like that. And so the boys and I are heading out to my husband's car. He drives a Toyota hybrid, right? So first off, I was like, I get out there and I'm like, the key. How does this thing work? For one, listen, I know I haven't had my Tesla for long. It's been about 4 months, something like that. But with my car, you don't need a key, right? Your phone's your key. So I forgot that my husband has the little key fobby thing, right? So I got that going, push start and everything, stuff like that. I said, okay, we're going. So my son has more anxiety than I do. So he's like, Mom. And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. So then I'm like, okay, what's next? And then I forgot, because I've not driven in a normal car, was it, ice car or whatever, in forever. So I was like, okay, reverse. I put it in reverse, took off the emergency brake, okay? Put it in reverse, took off the emergency brake. Well, I'm sitting there trying to get my stuff together and the car starts rolling. And I'm like, why? What's happening? And because I forgot that normal cars roll. They roll. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I get this, I get my life together past this. Get in and drive, and I'm going out of our subdivision, right? And with my car, you don't use the brake. You don't have to use the brake. You let off the accelerator and it brakes for you, right? Well, coming to the end of our subdivision, stop sign and everything. So I'm letting it off, but the car is still going. And I'm like, why isn't it stopping? And I'm like, oh yeah, I've actually got to brake, right? So then I take the boys to get cheddar rounds and everything, stuff like that, at Pal's. Get that. I make it out. I'm okay. I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. I was like, I got this. But I skipped some parts. Over to get to Cheddar's, you have to use your signal, your turn signal, to switch lanes and to turn. My turn signal on my car is on my steering wheel. I don't have any of the little shifter. I don't know what they're called. The things where you push up, push down for your blinkers and wipers, all that. I don't have that. Okay, I just have a steering wheel. That's all I have. And so my turn signal's on my steering wheel. So I'm pressing the steering wheel to turn my turn signal on, and it's not turning on. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to use this flappy thing. So I'm wondering, like, with electric cars, I don't know if all electric cars are like Teslas, because I think my in-laws, theirs isn't like mine. They have an Aria, and I think they still use their brake pedal, and I think theirs is still like a normal car. Because my husband says that compared to, like, their car compared to my car, like, their car is like driving a normal car, and my car, my Tesla, is like driving a big computer. So I think it's a little different, but I'm thinking, like, in the future, like when electric cars become more and more popular and more people get on board with like electric cars, that they're gonna, like, ICE cars are gonna be like the new stick shift. Because I remember like learning how to drive, like if like I you had to like learn on a stick shift just in case you needed to use a stick shift. So I think, it's gonna be like, oh, you've got to learn on an ICE car so you'll know how to drive an ICE car just in case you need to. But the electric car is much easier than the ICE car. And like less confusing and everything. So anyways, long story short, I made it to the oil change place with barely crashing out. But whenever I had to get out of the oil changing place and pull out, my car can go from 0 to whatever in like 2.3 seconds. Not even 2.3. Like, I just go and it's like gone. Like, I can pull out in front of anything and beat it, right? In my car. Well, in my husband's car, I couldn't do that. And I was like so ready to just like cry. And I know y'all are like, that's so dramatic. She's a spoiled brat. That's so dramatic. She's so dramatic. But let me tell you, once you drive a Tesla, get used to a Tesla, and then you go back to driving a normal car, it's like you forgot how to drive and how to use normal shifty thingies and all of that. And I called my husband, and the first thing I said, I'm about to like crash out. And he said, did you wreck my car? And I'm like, no. I was like, I didn't wreck my car. I was like, but I don't know what to do. And he told me that I was being so dramatic as usual. But anyway, so I made it back home. Now I'm gonna sit on my couch, watch this Diddy trial, and I'll probably take another one of my anxiety meds, because this morning was stressful for your girl, because I don't know. So I told my husband, from now on, like, I'm not going back to a gas car, electric only, Tesla preferably only, because unless somebody else tells me that another electric car, don't say that it's better unless it has the one pedal braking go-y stuff. And it can do everything that a Tesla can do. I don't want an electric car that's like the same as a regular car. So I guess I'm a Tesla girl from here on out, because I can't go back to a regular car. I can't do it.